Hi guys, how we doing? So this is probably going to be a little bit chaotic. I am in my workshop, which is also Cat Central, but I need to do restoration work. I need to do artwork. I need to do more than just color. And I figured this guy was a great way to get back into that. It's been sitting in my workshop for ages, and I hadn't done anything with him. So today we're not going to do anything crazy. We're just going to primer him. Now, we're probably going to have some bonkers moments. That is still not mixed. I miss my kills. I wonder if... So we're going to try something. I'm just not liking the effect of that primer. I don't know what's going on with it, but it doesn't seem to do any of the things I want it to do. So we're going to dig deep in my very, very close to empty bottle container of kills, because sometimes you get what you pay for. That paint was very, very cheap. It was excellent price, but it doesn't seem to be doing the job I want it to do. My kill says you replaced me. I will not open for you. And this is what trying things is about. Sometimes you'll find something less expensive that is amazing. And sometimes you find white primer that goes on clear when you really need the white base coat. So, yeah. Things happen. Let's see, do we have? We do. Not a lot. She is really low. But we have primer in there, so we're going to just take a minute, mix it up good. And try that again. Because this is what the other primer looked like. This is what my kills looks like. See the difference? It's important to know to really just insist on the quality, whether the price is easier or not. We're going to make that go away. I absolutely adore this little guy. I don't know how he got so forgotten for so long. And I know I could just paint him white and call it a day. I'm not going to do that. I am going to get this extra can of primer out of my way. And we're going to put that under my feet so the cats don't get it open. Though I think they've decided to go outside and play. So, we're starting to get somewhere. Let's actually even this. Oops. Just knock you guys over. No big deal. At least, working with a paintbrush, I don't have to worry about the lead falling out of my pencils this time. There we go. But we're not going to do anything crazy today. As I said, we're just focusing on getting him primered, and you will see some holes here and there that seem like I should probably leave them open. I'm not going to do that. This guy is actually a spout for a water feature, but I have no intention of adding it to a fountain at this time. I can always go back in and clear holes if I decide to do that in the future. But for right now, he's just going to be a piece of decor. He very well may end up in my mother-in-law's room with my other cherub works. Or he may end up outside. I haven't decided yet. But he's cute, and I like him, and I want him to be not sitting on the bottom shelf of my workshop getting climbed on by cats. So, we're going to make him pretty. And I know my lighting isn't great. It is a very different time of day than I normally work out here. But I still want to do my live later this afternoon. And I have other things I need to get done around my house. So we're going to do this guy early. And this way he can be nice and dried tomorrow, so we can actually start giving him some reasonable looking paint. It's a very oddly shaped piece of art, so I do apologize if we're not super in the shot all the time. I am trying. There we go. But you can see the white makes a huge difference. It covers up the yellowed resin. It covers up the chipped paint that I couldn't get off. Which I don't drive myself completely bonkers trying to remove old paint. I will, when it gets to a certain point, happily paint over it. But for right now, he is as good as he can get for that part of things. And of course, my birds are now yelling at me. How dare I leave their line of sight. There we go. And I'm not worried about perfection. You don't worry about perfection when it comes to primer. You worry about coverage. Perfection comes in the paint job, which we still don't really worry about perfection all that much, because perfect is boring and not very realistic. But we do want reasonably consistent color from top to bottom. Get his little belly and underarm here. And even though this under here probably won't get much paint, we're still going to make it pretty. Once this is hanging on a wall, if you're looking up under there, you are doing it wrong. But still. Get his well-placed cloth there. Oh, excuse me. Sometimes you just have to burp. It's just part of life. There we go. Basically, we're getting this guy done and drying before I put my roast in the oven. It is crazy, but along with all of the videos I post, the lives I do, and all of that, I still have a household to run. People have got to be fed. Pets have got to be fed. Though the only one who will probably get any of the roast is Loki. And that is because he is spoiled rotten and my mother-in-law cannot say no to him. And if he's good throughout dinner, he will get bites of hers because he's old, she's spoiled. It makes them both happy, so I let her give him a little piece of her meat at the end of any meal if we're eating something that is safe for him to have. And if it's not something that's safe for him to have, she gives him a treat, usually. Long red hair in my paint. Who could that have possibly come from? Couldn't be me, could it? There's one thing anybody who spends any real time with me learns very quickly is I leave reminders of myself everywhere I go, and there's nothing I can do about it because I have extremely long, extremely thick, extremely curly hair, and I shed. And that shedding leaves hair literally everywhere. I clean it up as much as I can, as often as I can, but, you know, stuff happens. And here come the kitties. Fair warning. As long as Freya doesn't decide to climb my leg, we're doing all right. Hello, Freya. Please don't climb my leg. Freya is of the firm belief that all of my attention should go to her immediately when she is anywhere that I am, which isn't always possible, but it is cute. And it is kind of how she got herself kept instead of rehomed, because she's been that way since she was a baby. I mean, she's still a baby, but since she was a tiny baby. Right now she's playing on the chair I'm sitting in, which is definitely an improvement to climbing my leg. I'm not a big fan of the leg climbing thing. What are you doing, Freya Bean? Do not. Yes, I love you. No, you can't climb my leg. And if you guys are wiggling and moving a little bit, that is because she is batting at my tripod. Because cats. I don't ever chase them out of here since we decided to give them access, because I want them to always have somewhere where they can go if the weather's gross, or if they're not feeling safe, or if they just want somewhere cozy to snooze. So, right now she's trying her absolute best to steal my slipper that's on my foot, but it is what it is. Life with cats. The good news is we're getting close. Now she has spotted my paintbrush, so that could be a fun challenge. She's actually right over here. Well, you can kind of see her in the camera, can't you? Along with my knee. See, there she is. What are you doing, Freya girl? You causing mischief? Yeah. She's a good cat. And she is exceptionally cute. And I love her very much. So. We didn't plan on keeping, actually, any of the kittens when they first showed up. We were going to rehome them all. And then Freya stole my heart. And my amazing partner was like, why don't we just keep that one? So we were just going to keep one and rehome everybody else. And then Odin stole my mother-in-law's heart and if you caretake for somebody who's been through something truly catastrophic, like a stroke, if something makes them genuinely happy and it's within your power, you do that thing. So, of course, now we can't get rid of Odin because Odin brings her joy. So now we're keeping 2. And then Apollo's house fell through. Apollo's new home fell through, and we didn't have a place for him, and he's so cute and so personable. So it's like, okay, well, we'll just keep him. Which is how we ended up keeping 3 out of 5 kittens instead of 1 or none. So, we are bleeding hearts over here. We have no self-control when it comes to taking care of the animals. It is what it is, and we accept our fate. We have learned our lesson about challenging the cat distribution system. We are meant to have cats. When Hannah passed, we didn't think we wanted any more, and the cat distribution system said, okay, well, tough, here, have all of the cats. I don't overly mind it because they're cute and they bring me joy. Animals in general tend to bring me joy. So there is that. I like animals more than people most days. And I live a life that lets me get away with that fact, which is not a bad thing at all, right? But I think we're primered. Oop, I missed a spot up here. Okay, I missed a few spots up here. Normally I have you guys at a very different angle, but today, because of where my table is and because I didn't feel like moving my entire room around again, you're actually sitting literally right beside me. So the angled thing doesn't work as well as it normally would. So now we are fully covered. And we're looking a little bit less hot mess and a little bit more cute cherub. So there is that. Let me get him so that you guys can actually get a good look at him. We're going to borrow my paint can. I missed an entire wing, didn't I? You can actually see there. I missed an entire wing. This is why we move things around and look before we stop. I don't know how I missed an entire wing. Unless that wing was just really, really, really thirsty and sucked up all of the primer. But we need that wing to be nice and white, not weirdly yellowish. So let's fix that. And fix this little spot up here that I also missed. Alright, let's take a look. Did we miss anywhere else extreme like that? I don't think we did. There's a look into my primer can. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so we are done for today. We're going to let this guy dry. And we'll start on him proper tomorrow. But until then, I will talk to you guys next time.